Hey, 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 it's Tia, baby, and I am back with another video. So this video was kind of a surprise because I was going to do another topic, talk about another topic, but because I watched the Britney Spears documentary on Hulu, I decided to talk a lot about this. Well, not a lot, a little bit about this issue that's been going on. And I'm going to also talk about my girl because I feel like there's a lot of similarities in this dilemma or this scenario. So, the documentary was talking about, as you saw in the beginning of this video, conservatorship, sorry. But yeah, and basically it's like a legal guardianship or protector that, a judge appoints, and they take care of, they are in charge of, the person's financial gains, and, or make decisions for that person, but it's mainly for people of old age or people that have mental issues or whatever. So a lot of people are outraged about the documentary, and they are supporting Britney, and they made a movement called Free Britney Movement, which means they protested and want the courts to tear up the conservatorship of Britney's father, because Britney Spears' father is controlling allegedly Britney's whole life, her finances, her career, everything. And the people feel like it's not necessary, and she's too young for him to be in charge of everything. Now, it was probably okay when she was younger, when she was first starting out, but because she's an adult, she's almost 40 years old, and she has kids. Like, why are you still in control of her assets? And I know that she was going through a mental breakdown in the earlier 2000s, like mid 2000s, where she, shaved her head bald. She had a lot of episodes with the paparazzi, and she was still going through issues with her father in terms of the conservatorship and other things, the media attacking her and all of that. So you got to understand, she started out really young in the industry, starting with Disney. Like, before she got, once she got her stardom, she started out with Disney, and then she, got her album together. She promoted her single in malls, and all that other stuff until she really got recognized. And she was a pop sensation. I even enjoyed her music back then. I was a teenager when Baby Hit Me One More Time was out, and all the other songs, popular singles that she came on when her first album. Yeah, it was like early 2000s. I was just entering high school. So Britney Spears was that girl back then. And everybody loved Britney Spears, and she had a lot of pressure from every way. Like, she was being pulled in all directions, but she really kept her composure until she couldn't keep it no more. And then you saw the mental breakdown. Then she got married with the wrong person, Kevin Federline. Like, he was no good. I feel like he contributed to her mental breakdown because he was also battling a custody battle with Shar Jackson, I think that's her name. She played Niecy on Moesha. I think allegedly he wasn't really helping her with their kids together, but he was all in with when he had Britney Spears kids. I think it was because of the money, in my opinion, but I don't know. But yeah, and then he kept the kids from her. She wasn't able to see them at one point, And that also, you know, contributes to her mental breakdown because, you know, a mother that is unable to see their kids for whatever reason, that can do a lot to a person's mental state. So yeah, she was going through a lot. And then on top of that, with the ongoing issues with her father. Now, like all different celebrities are doing this petition where they want the courts to let go of her father from being in control of her career and her money. And this clip, you will see an example of the amount of money and the, you know, that he's in control of or that he has.
Around $310,000 per show. They deposit close to $1 million in Brit's bank account every week.
Jamie Spears gets approved by the court to receive 1.5% of the gross revenues related to performances and merchandise related to the residency, which is one of the most popular Vegas shows of all time.
Due to his conservatorship to Britney. So after hearing that and after really seeing that documentary, it made me think of The Dictator. So I feel like, and this is my opinion only, I feel like, now I don't know if he has conservatorship. I don't know if he has it now. He might have it now because Selena is no longer here. So he is the sole person that is in control of everything Selena. So he may have a conservatorship under Selena because she passed away. So after he manipulated Chris and signing off his rights, he has full control. So he probably had conservatorship of Selena's assets and everything now that she passed. But I don't know I'm unsure if he did when she was alive. I don't think so. But this is what I'm going to say, and this is why I say based on my opinion. This is my opinion. I feel like if Selena was still alive today, now, no, I don't think the dictator would have conservatorship of her career if she had to gone mainstream. I don't think so, because of course allegedly she was going to fire the dictator once she become mainstream, but I don't know how true that is. All I know is I'm sure she would not have had the dictator to be her manager if she would have gone mainstream, because he doesn't know anything about the mainstream market. He only knows about the Spanish market, the Spanish market or Hispanic market or Tejano market, I would say. So I feel like this. I don't think she wasn't going to quit Tejano music cold turkey if she would have still been alive today. I felt like she would have, took some years into the mainstream so she can have her place in mainstream and be, build up her career in mainstream, and then she will go back to the Hano. I feel like she would have gone back and forth, kind of like what Mark Anthony, for example, does. He does, the Spanish market, and he does mainstream. So, I feel like that's what she would have done had she still been living. But I feel like because she wasn't going to give up the Hano music at all, if she were to still be alive and become mainstream, I feel like her father probably would have still be her manager on the Tejano side. And I feel like if she was still living, in my opinion, I feel like he would have filed for conservatorship on the Tejano side, so he can make sure he continue to make his coins and have control over her career and assets on that side, because he would not have had control on the mainstream side. And I feel, in my opinion, that's why he didn't really want her to go mainstream, because that means no money will be coming into his pocket like that, because he will no longer be in control of her career on the English side. So that's what made me think of that situation when I looked at the documentary, because I'm like, this sounds like dictator all over. Like, this is like it's just so similar. Like her dad, I mean, Britney Spears' dad and Selena's dad, they kind of, when it comes to that, the control part in the career, in their careers, they're like in sync. And to ironically in sync, Justin Timberlake, you know, was a part of NSYNC, and he was also mentioned in the documentary, saying that, you know, he made the public believe that Britney was the reason why they broke up, that she allegedly cheated on him and broke his heart, and hence that's why he came out with the song Cry Me a River. That song was about Britney allegedly and all that, but apparently that wasn't true, that Britney did not cheat on him, but he wanted everybody to believe that. I don't know, I guess to make her look bad. I don't know, but they didn't really go into real detail about their relationship because it's mainly about the dad and his conservatorship on Britney. So yeah, like that documentary, you guys need to watch it. It's interesting. And it really reminds me of The Dictator, because I really feel like had Selena would still be alive today, I feel like on the Tejano side, The Dictator would have filed for conservatorship, because that's the only way he will make more money once she become mainstream, because he won't have control over that side. That's my opinion. I'm not saying that it would have actually happened. I'm just saying based on his episodes that he's had in the past and now, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if he were to file for conservatorship. And people, and like I said, it said in the definition of it that it's mainly for like, you will only find that usually with people of old age, and that, you know, whose mind isn't all the way there. She's young. She did have a mental breakdown, but it wasn't like she was incoherent. It was more of because everything was coming at her at once and she just went off. But she allegedly is saying that she doesn't want her father to be in control of her money or her career anymore. She wants the banks. They didn't mention what bank. She just said banks to be in control of her assets. But he basically robbing her. Based on that clip that I showed you guys, he's basically getting everything that she possibly earns, and she just get the little crap on the side. And it's kind of like what Selena was getting. That it seems as though that, you know, when Selena gets her share, she gets the last portion of it. And Abraham and everybody else Abraham get the most. And then the rest of the money gets split different ways, and she gets whatever's left. And I felt like that was unfair, because she's the headliner. She's the one, the breadwinner. She should be the one to get the dibs of the money first and then split it different ways. Now, I know the manager, you know, gets a big chunk of it because they are the manager. They're the reason why they are big, but still, it shouldn't be the manager then split it different ways and she get the no, it shouldn't be that way. She should be the one to say who gets what, or at least approve it, or like she should be the one that says who gets what and then give it to the manager for the manager to approve. And he should be fair to accept her decision because she's the breadwinner. But hey, that's just my thinking. I could be all wrong, but that's just my way of thinking. I just like to be fair. What's fair is fair. But obviously he doesn't play fair, her dad or the dictator. They don't play fair. It just seemed like it's all about the money. And then apparently, according to the documentary, the dad wasn't even a part of her life in the beginning of her career because he was battling an alcohol problem. Like he was battling alcoholism. So I think he was going in and out of rehab and stuff. So he wasn't around during the early part of her career. So then once he got better, he had to file for bankruptcy. So once he got better or whatever, that's when, you know, he became more involved. And then I don't know. And then that's the worst person to have control of your money. If he was at once filing for bankruptcy, and then he dealing with alcoholism. And usually when people are dealing with alcoholism, they don't really handle money well, because they use their money to drink, to buy drinks and stuff. Like, but hey, right now they still battling it in court. Apparently she had a episode where she disappeared on social media and people were worried about her, you know. But that's where the documentary ended. But I'm not going to talk no more about the documentary, because y'all should check it out for yourself. But yeah, this is a short video. I just wanted to give my brief opinion about how that documentary reminded me of The Dictator, and what I think he would have done had Selena lived. But yeah, comment, subscribe, and tell me what you think about that, and if you agree or disagree. And I will be back with another video next Friday. Peace.